Welcome back to GameStop Hometown Heroes presented by PlayStation 4. Quick recap of our first 4 matches tonight. Alcatraz and his Robin looking pretty good against that Deadshot, but look at this damage being drained. The hatred is real. MrHecticGamer will see in just a little bit. Continue with that atrocious domination. And here's one of my favorite matchups when it comes to lore history. Superman took Darkseid to the edge of the universe and threw him into a wall, saying you belong here, along with all the other mistakes. Darkseid had different ideas, though, for this matchup. And Brainiac, I know Evan Hashimoto was freaking out seeing this. I gotta say, the character is a lot of fun to play in the universe, but the maximization of the setups was so dirty, so intelligent. Some great matches so far. We want to hear from you on Twitter and social media. Make sure to use that hashtag Hometown Heroes and follow us on Twitter, ESL Injustice, and also on Facebook. We're currently live on Twitch and Facebook, so make sure to tell your friends to tune in. Quick reminder, though, these guys are playing for points tonight, and those points matter. It means that the top players at the end of the season, the top 4 players, will go to the physical GameStop store location and play in the regional finals on August 12th. First place is taking home 100 points, second place 75, third 50, fourth 35, and fifth through 8th 25 points. Now, after the regional finals on August 12th, the top 8 players in the whole United States and all the regions will be flown to Las Vegas to compete at the GameStop Consumer Expo 2017 for a prize pool and to be crowned the hometown hero. That person will then compete in E-League. E-League will be taking place in October. Best of luck to all the competitors tonight. Let's throw it back to Dustin Kane and Evan Hashimoto to continue the matches. Gentlemen.
Well, you are definitely correct about how much I love that last match. I cannot wait to see some more of that, but we actually did get to see a little bit more Brainiac in another region, which was Seattle. Well, we go over the points for that region. Now, Tigers playing most likely Brainiac, could have been Black Adam, but taking first place and second place is Too Easy, who almost definitely did play from Las Vegas. Of course, there are plenty of PS4s to play on, as PS4 is the console of the IPS.
And console of many games, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, as we head into Dallas, we have Ominous still sitting in that #1 spot, but Handy Savage continuously moving up with Peanut and then DSV Black, who won this week, rounding out your top 4, which Showtime and Maddox were actually in the top 4 earlier, but now they're getting slowly pushed out. So that's an interesting region with Dallas over there.
And we actually saw a 5-point difference right there for first place. That is huge. Like I said, every point matters. But we are now moving on to
battle defines you.
Exactly. And these battles will define how the rest of this bracket plays out.
That is very true.
As we're going to have MrHecticGamer against LTH Rage and Jinx Forever against Fibonacci.
Man, Fibonacci was like sweet gameplay, man. That I was just thinking about it, and like that cross-up setup after the stand 1 into the interactable bounce, and then setting up the bomb drone, and then doing the dive kick, and then that actually crossed up, even though the dive kick was, like, that whole setup was just out of control.
It was, and then, of course, the bait on the meter and roll out in the air with the down 2.
Dude,
and
that down 2 reached so far. It was literally just the very end of his down 2.
I've never actually seen that hit at the maximum.
That's such a good bait. Like, look at this. Oh, I'm going to get out. No, you're not. Straight up, you're not going anywhere.
And then, of course, using that to take the rest of the life bar.
This combo was so clean.
And it was after, so that was like practically unnecessary. There was no life left, but Fibonacci
it was overkill.
Just wanted to show off. And
I could watch these all day.
Nivek apparently also can.
He's in the studio, okay? Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Brainiac is one of the coolest characters in the entire game. I can't see.
Can we just, you know what? I know everyone wants to see the rest of the broadcast, but let's just leave this here. And we can just talk about it all night.
Well, he is gonna keep on playing. So of course we can hope that he continues to get far. But all of these competitors, of course,
who did you use at Evo, by the way?
I actually used Superman and Brainiac.
So you did use Brainiac?
I did use some Brainiac.
Interesting. And how far did you make it? Because I didn't really get a chance to talk to you at all.
Do we have to talk about that? Can we skip that subject?
Listen, I will tell you how far I got if you tell me how far you got.
You see, I actually know for a fact that you oh man, I can't even say that you got further than me, so I don't want to talk about.
I didn't know that. I'm just genuinely curious, like where you got in the bracket.
I almost made it out of pools. I was
so you drowned in pools.
I drowned in pools. I didn't. You know what my problem was? So if those of you who weren't there was actually a wristband that you got to pick up during registration.
Yeah, I have
that
one.
Said, I hope I don't drown in pools. And I didn't pick one up, and so I drowned in pools.
Okay, so that was the initial wristband you got, and then you got another wristband if you actually made it out, and it said pool survivor.
And I definitely didn't get one of those.
Yeah.
No, but I lost.
Wait, who did you lose to? Honestly?
I lost to Zach Robb and Groovy Mango, who's a very good cheetah player. So.
Ooh, Zach Robb, yeah, definitely solid, and then Mango. I actually haven't heard of him.
Very good cheetah player.
Okay.
3-0'd me. Got pretty bodied.
Damn.
So
yeah, no, I made it out of pools.
You know, I want to know who. Okay, I got to know the results for Mr. Joshua Gray because I know this was he was really into it, right?
I was, dude. Okay, so my pools were at 12 o'clock on Friday. My first matchup, I was up against a dead shot, and I was not used to that low overhead, so I got wiped. It was pretty crazy, but I was able to come back and went 2-2 in my pools, and it was super awesome, a great experience. Shout out to Evo and to all the competitors. But guess what, guys? Our match is ready. Let's jump back into the match and see who's going to win this Atrocitus versus Darkside.
All right.
Man, it's real quick before we get into this. I remember when little baby Josh was, he was a toddler. He was just trying to stand up on his own 2 feet in fighting games. And then going to Evo and actually 2-2 for someone as new as he is not bad at all.
No, definitely not, especially with some of these pools and how ridiculous they were. But right now we're going to have to see if both of these players can make it out of this loser's bracket, make it back to grand finals. It's going to be MrHecticGamer against LTH Rage, and it's going to be another big body fight. But a very interesting one because we're actually seeing...
Wait, that's Swamp Thing!
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that was Atrocitus. What? I was like, why can Atrocitus summon himself?
You're like, this is a new move. I don't remember him seeing that. No, definitely those characters look very, very similar based on their gear. They are very similar body size. They both have horns and this like sort of bark-looking armor. But now this is Swamp Thing. So not only have we had a cheetah, a Robin, a Brainiac, and a Captain Cold, but we now also have a Swamp Thing and a Darkside.
Can we just, I'll tell you what, let's just cancel all of the broadcasts from other regions and just sit on Chicago.
Let's just replay this
home
one every
of
week.
MK and Injustice clearly know what's going on.
They did know how to show us some very cool matches. And of course, don't forget that we are going to have 1 week that will be a fan's choice as to which region we get to see. So if you all want to see some more of this, you could vote for Chicago.
Oh, look at those beautiful wings. Oh, and he just caps him out of the sky with the overhead.
A nice throw again. It looks like Rage tends to go for throws when he knows he doesn't need to do too much more damage. Oh. And he tried to anti-air, but stops mid-air. Just checks him with a laser. But overall, that could have gone a lot worse. Interesting choice here. Now, Atrocitus is known to do well against Darkside. And we did see MrHecticGamer playing Atrocitus the first time around.
Maybe he was just giving us a treat, but I mean, I appreciate that because it's not even every other day that you see Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's not even every other
week.
Yeah, it's fortnightly.
He's such a cool character, right? We know Tyrant plays Swamp Thing. He also plays Grodd and other characters, but there's a few Swamp Thing players out there. They just tend to not pull him out in tournament.
Right. He is definitely a tough character to do well with, but like we said, didn't do very bad the last game. We could see him switch back to it if he needs to later on. Regardless, Atrocitus already starting off considerably well, although it feels very strange to choose Atrocitus against somebody named Rage. It should be the other way around, right?
LTH Rage shouldn't technically be the one playing Atrocitus.
Right. I wonder how many people say that to him, like, oh, Rage, you don't play Atrocitus? Haha.
Oh. I mean, Darkside's a pretty rageful guy, too, I guess.
That's true, but not as rageful as you put it.
Especially when he's getting manhandled in the corner by crabs.
Yeah.
And, oh.
Wow, that's a good way to get out of the corner.
But no punish.
Blood puddle raw. I think he tried to do down one blood puddle.
It's
probably.
very possible, yeah, because of the cross-up situation.
Right.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it happens to everyone.
Oh,
And gets capped by the overhead. No need to spend meter. That is death.
wow, and so Rage taking almost an entire life bar without getting hit once. And that's going to put him pretty much on even ground, but that is big. Oh, no, didn't get the full conversion, but
my goodness.
the meter burn forward 3 cancel did so much, and again, another opening.
My blood will kill you.
And that's a lot more meter for Rage.
You know what baffles me about that whole forward 2-2-3 and then meter burn cancel forward 3 is it's an overhead anyways.
Well, I think what it is a lot of times people, they either try to kind of
Fuzzy it?
Yeah, like fuzzy
Yeah.
block the 4-2-2-3 and then the blood puddle,
makes
or
sense.
sometimes they try to react to an animation. Because obviously there's a little bit different of an animation when
When
you
he
see the
does
blood
puddle,
puddle.
right,
so
right.
you see him doing something else that isn't just the string, and you're like, oh, he's going low, and you just start blocking low. And then you get clipped. Or honestly, one of the best things they have baits is push blocks.
That's true.
Oh, wow. He expected the low for some reason, when in that situation there could have just been chip. And so the Atrocitus pick looking very good.
Yeah, that is going to tie it up now. 1-1. And I do love, this is one of my favorite win pose screens, that just gross display of blood.
It's got to all fall down somewhere, right?
It never
Well,
does,
actually,
though.
no, you know, it probably won't, because when he does actual up vomit in game, it just kind of goes forward and just
It's like,
disappears.
it becomes mist.
Ooh.
Blood mist. Ooh, that'd be a cool special move game. Or special name of the move, jeez.
Okay, so I'm pretty excited here because we are going to see another cool character. How many cool characters can the Chicago region give us?
Chicago has got it going on.
I'm going to move to Chicago. Do you want to move to Chicago with me?
Yeah, I'll
All right,
just
let's do
live
it.
with Derek from NRS.
Oh, okay.
He said I can.
Wow. All right. Then that sounds like a good plan because Chicago has the coolest characters as we are seeing Flash. Now, of course, we cannot talk enough about Honeybee's performance
No,
at
we
Evo.
can't. He was the star standout for me. Even though Dragon won, I just feel like Honeybee was the talk of the town.
He definitely was, and we are going to get to see, well, okay, I was going to say we were going to get to see some Flash gameplay, but we might not,
No.
because that's technically what Atrocitus tries to do, is just stop you from ever playing, and he's doing a pretty good job of it right now.
And gets caught by the mix. Down to nice side switch into the corner, and what's the set? Oh, well, we know what this is.
You know what it was? It was he thought that he might have enough time where Dexstar was recharging.
Right,
Dexstar
right,
was just barely starting to recharge, or I mean not starting, but barely ending its recharge
so
bar.
that he can get him back out. Yeah,
he
that makes sense.
Yeah, if the combo was a little bit longer, he would have been able to summon, but he tried it anyway.
Wait, do flashes?
Oh my, they turned
do light
purple! That's so cool! So, I didn't even know. All right, slow down combo. What is it? No, went for something fancy. He tried to hit that from the back and get a little bit more of a juggle, but he still got a decent amount of damage, and he's starting to even up the life.
Nice armor back 3, and that is not going to kill, but it is going to do a decent amount of damage and get him close. 280.
Doesn't properly bait the wake up, and that's going to take him all the way to the corner. Ooh, good behind him, but doesn't get the whiff punish.
And that actually could have been a punish again. He's missing punishes on raw puddles.
He is. He's moving. He's just. I mean, honestly, I know it's not some, but he's honestly just moving so fast and really not stopping his mobility that he's not ready for the punishes when he gets. Oh, now he has to deal with Dexstar.
Nice push block.
Oh no!
My raw puddle. That's not the worst thing that could have happened to him though. But again, another one.
That was the worst thing that could have happened to him.
You're right.
Think you'd be this fast. I will dictate the pace.
Ooh.
Oh, and he spent both of his bars? I don't know if that was a good choice. Tried to get an opening, but...
So something that I really like that he just did there was that he activated the Speed Force without having been in a combo. And that's something that Honeybee also uses to great effect, where he'll just use it to gain neutral advantage. Because although Flash can't block, he is still very slippery to hit because of the fact that he's still moving at normal speed and you are very slow.
Oh, and we're starting to see potential to make the comeback, I was going to say. But as soon as Dexstar comes out, that becomes an extremely difficult situation. And MrHecticGamer going up 2-1.
Could you imagine if he could block, though, in the Speed Force?
Ooh, that would be ridiculous.
That would be broken. Actually, not broken, because, I mean, you're blocking, like, one attack every 10 seconds because of how slow you are, right? But, it's nice to see that, though. I think Flash, when he can slow down the neutral like that, is very dangerous. And he obviously can get huge damage out of that as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he went for right there. He went for the slide. Now, the slide out of running man stance, it does launch just a teeny bit. You know, it just kind of like knocks them in the air and they fall down.
But in slow-mo, it is a full combo potential.
A full, pretty damaging combo, too. The scaling on it is not that heavy. So that's something we've actually seen since Injustice 1. There were a lot of interesting normals and specials that you get full conversions off of that you normally wouldn't because, of course, I don't want to see your opponent slow down because technically it's just Flash being sped. But it looks like Rage is going back to his tried and true. Oh, interesting choice right there. Ending in a standing 3. Could have got a little bit more damage. But still going to be a relatively good situation. Anti-airing Darkseid with Dexstar going for the restand. All of this is very beautiful. He's draining so much life.
Yeah, he is. Finally getting caught with the overhead.
And the fact that he got hit at the very end of that life drain means that he didn't get any life back
and
from
the blocks have mostly been good, but he finally got tagged there. And that was a good flip out and a risky. No. Finding himself now with corner advantage with Dexstar out. This is like one of the most hopeless, I feel. Yeah, it's like one of the worst situations, I think, in the game, if not the worst. Like, being in the corner against certain characters sucks, sure, but when you're against Atrocitus in the corner and Dexstar is at full bar and he's out.
Yeah, that is extremely, it feels hopeless.
It's just depressing.
And that is exactly what we're about to see again.
Yeah, this is round number 2 now, and a huge forward 3s that Blood Shield is out now, and he does find a gap, though.
But this is still match point for MrHecticGamer. All he's got to do is just land about 25% more, and we saw him already go for unclashable. We know that he doesn't want Rage to clash, but I don't know how many opportunities he's going to have to get that situation. Certainly not that intercepted.
Yeah, floating away is not going to be the answer. Dexstar is available if he can get him out, and he probably will right here. There it is. And now with the shield moving forward.
Oh, that should be it.
And that is it. MrHecticGamer starting off with Swamp Thang.
Atrocitus
goes back to Atrocitus, and he takes him out 3-1.
Yeah, the pick to go to Flash was interesting. It honestly worked relatively well. I think that's a little bit of an easier time than Darkseid's going to end up having against Atrocitus. So I would have liked to see him maybe go back to Flash. Regardless, he didn't do badly. And I think I just want to see more Flash, honestly.
I also want to see more Flash. I feel like Honeybee kind of, he started it, right? He started that need and want for some sweet Flash action.